I'm standing in the midst of our Heritage Room. And on this Founders Day, I'm pondering the question, what would it look like if we were founded today? I had a lot of fun with that. Would the little kitchen be a hut in Haiti, a refugee house, a place at the border? Of course, we wouldn't be starting from scratch. We wouldn't be founding schools and hospitals and institutions. But dividing the city would still be a major part of our mission. Being ready for any good work would not change, wherever that would lead us, far and wide. Ghana, Texas, Newark, other cities where the cry of our dear neighbor is so loud. We live and work so that all people may be united with God and with one another. We would still be, and always will be, the community of the great love of God.
So if we were founded today, we would partner up with our associates in mission to carry out areas that needs the most attention, like the border crisis, helping the sick or those who are suffering from hunger. And also in this time of age with the global pandemic, those who are in mission will be involved in caring for the sick who might need visitations or help with like everyday things such as maybe a little grocery shopping, or just even to give them spiritual or emotional talk that they need to get through these tough times.
If we were founded today, we would have the shoulders of giants to stand on. We use the experience of these sisters that went before us and look at our neighbors as they looked at their neighbors, but realized that our neighbors are much more inclusive now than they were in 1650. We have the whole global and universe to care for. They're all our neighbors. They all need our attention, and we should have the energy to give that attention to them.
What would we look like if we were founded today? Women of faith, ready and willing to be with and for our dear neighbor in whatever way we are able. I believe that our greatest identity is not in our formal ministries, but our day-to-day presence with God's people. Providing meals for the hungry, clothes for our friends living on the streets, medical assistance to the sick, companionship to the lonely, listening to a neighbor as they grieve the loss of a loved one, hugging the child who has been hurt. We would be unseen in many ways, but our works, our prayer, and our compassion would move mountains. Simply put, we are, as the people of Kensington call us, the ladies who work for God.
I think that if we were founded today, like our early sisters, we would be filled with the joy and the excitement that comes with new beginnings, and also hopeful, thinking about the opportunities and the possibilities that could come from using our position of power and our privileged voices to demand equity for all of our dear neighbors. I think too that we would be, again, like our early sisters, we would be daring risk takers who would be willing to leave everything behind and go wherever we felt God calling us in order to serve the needs of the world today. And we know there are so many needs of the world. And I think that we would be joy-filled, empathic listeners. We would listen to each other. We would listen to others. And we would live authentically the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph and truly know what it means to be the congregation of the great love of God.
What would it be like to start a community of SSJs in the year 2021 instead of 1650? In our technological world of 2021, we have literally at our fingertips many means of communication. Computers, iPads, iPhones, search engines, technology that allows us to know in a very short span of time the good and not the so good and what is happening in our present day world. Poverty, racism, immigration, unequal opportunities for all, and violence of many kinds still surround us today, as in 1650. I believe to start a community of Sisters of St. Joseph in 2021, we will need women of courage to be visibly present and helpful to the dear neighbor, anywhere, anytime, thus giving up their own comfort zone, as did St. Joseph, their patron, when chosen to be the foster father of Jesus.